Hello, everybody. Hello, Guardians. Welcome to Daily Destiny number 41. Holy shit. And unfortunately, this is going to be not the last Daily Destiny video I put out, but I'm going to go away from doing Daily Destiny videos, specifically just Destiny videos every single day. But before I get into the reasons for that, let's take a look at what Xur is selling today. Most interestingly, Patience in Time. This is a kick-ass sniper rifle. You gain active camouflage while aiming down the sights, and radar stays active while aiming down this weapon's sights. I am buying that motherfucker. Goddamn, I really wish he would sell weapon engrams. I'm going to spend every mote of light that I have when he sells weapon engrams. I think I bought one helmet. No, I bought gloves last week, and it was fucking worthless. So the Warlock armor. Enhanced Axiom Bolt, Spot 1 Grenade. I don't know, like all the armors are pretty bland. I have the Lucky Raspberry. I don't use it. Arc Bolt Grenade chains further. And carry an additional grenade. And then weapon telemetries, you know, the usual typical stuff. Nothing interesting. So let's go do the daily single player and the daily multiplayer mission. So, I'm going to continue doing daily let's play or gameplay videos where I do commentary and talk about whatever the hell is going on in my life and talk about what game is going on and updates and stuff like that. And I will go back to Destiny, occasionally, maybe like once a week when the new weekly heroic strike is, or weekly nightfall strike is up. Wow, maximum ammo capacity up to 60. Oh wait, I'm looking at the wrong gun. I thought that was the scout rifle that I had. And I'll come back when, it's going to take so long to unlock anything. And I still have a lot of time to go on this icebreaker, even though I just unlocked this kick-ass thing that makes victims spontaneously combust. Anyway, so it's kind of, like I was talking about yesterday, there's just not a lot to do right now in Destiny. And I'll come back when, when the DLC is out and, maybe once or twice a week. When Xur is here and show off what he's doing and the Nightfall strike, but it's just kind of like I feel like I'm pushing this Destiny stuff for further than it really needs to go, and I feel like this is a good time to kind of move on. Call of Duty's coming out next week, so I'll be doing some of that, and then the Master Chief Collection, so I'll be doing a lot of that, and then the week after that, Far Cry 4 and Dragon Age Inquisition come out on the same day, and there's just a ton of really good games coming out, and I think Destiny's kind of run its course with me, personally. So I think it's time to kind of expand the daily series. I'm going to continue. For a couple days, I tried to do a daily Let's Play video, and I did a couple of Borderlands Let's Play videos in addition to the Daily Destiny, and doing those in addition to all the other videos that I've been editing, and plus all the traveling I've been doing. It's been very hard to keep all that up, so I think just having one daily thing a day is going to be good. And actually, if you guys have any ideas for a name for the series, because the other one was just called Let's Play Daily, which I think is kind of generic and boring, and I'll probably call that until I come up with something better. Call them that until I come up with something better, but so for tomorrow's video, I'll be playing Evolve. I got into the Evolve Big Alpha, the Halloween Alpha, so I'll be putting that out and showing off a little bit of gameplay and talking about that. And anytime there's an update for Destiny, I'll be coming back to it. It's not like I'm retiring the game. It's just that there's not as much to do on a daily basis as there was when the game first came out. There's not as much to speculate about or talk about or have fun with on just a every single day basis. So yeah, I think it's kind of run its course. There's also a lot of really good comments yesterday, because I was talking about my not my frustrations with the game, but I think I was talking yesterday's video. I was talking a lot about the DLC and the announcement of the DLC and all the things that this is the final mission of the game. Ha! What an appropriate final Daily Destiny video. You know what? I'm going to look at Patience in Time. I just want to see what the fuck it looks like. Let's inspect it. If you've got it, they'll never see it coming. Oh, this is cool. All right. Aiming is fast. Weapon stability, that's not too important. Maximum ammo capacity, that'll be probably the one that I go with. More predictable recoil. Greatly reduced recoil. Yeah, I don't know if recoil's that big of a deal. Let's see what it looks like. Oh, it's got that camouflage on the top of it. That's pretty kick-ass. Ooh, it's got a good zoom on it, too. Ooh, I like the sound of it as well. It sounds like a... I don't know what it sounds like, but it sounds badass. Man, it zooms in far. I feel like that zooms in a lot further than Icebreaker. Let's see. Let's compare the two. So... that's what... So that's basically what it looks like when I zoom in with the Icebreaker, right? I mean with Patience and Time. Let's go to Icebreaker. I think Icebreaker is a little bit further out, not as zoomed. I guess there are a couple different scopes I can use for Icebreaker. Cool. Anyway, so a lot of good comments yesterday. David Knapp wrote sarcastically, God forbid we have to play the new content to hit the new cap. If you don't like the grind, go play somewhere else. I'm fucking level 30. I have like 6 exotics now, something like that. And I clearly, weapon exotics alone, I clearly like the grind. I've clearly grinded the shit out of this game. I think the grind has hit its maximum point for me. I don't think, I think I've ground to the point, I fucking ground beefed the shit out of this game. Like, there's nothing more for me to grind. Like, the remaining grind for me to do is so much. It's just leveling up weapons at this point. And because there's no... If there was Crucible ranked matches, I would be playing the shit out of this game still. That's all I would need to continue to play this game non-fucking stop. Ranked Crucible matches. I clearly like the game in this, or the grind in this game. I've done, you know, Relic Iron loops and Spirit Bloom loops and those grinds for fucking hours. I like the grind. There's just not much left to do. And I think that the DLC is kind of lackluster. That's all I thought. He also went on to write, also, the bundle pack expansions is currently 35. That's 17 per expansion. Yep, I did that math yesterday. How many hours of gameplay do you think you'll get for $17? It seems like a decent buy if you want to play more Destiny. I guess, except there's also like what I'm looking forward to in the DLC is, personally, what I'm looking forward to in the DLC is just the new raid. And there's always an insane amount of frustration going, like setting up a raid, because there's a lot of people that, you know, it's always very hard to get a raid group going. And so how many hours spending, like, you know, how often are you going to, like, you know, find someone, like find the 6th member on Destiny LFG that ends up being a piece of shit, and you have to like replay, like you end up just being frustrated as shit in the raid, and then like having to find someone new and kick them, and like how much time are you going to fucking waste? Like, they're not doing a lot to make some of the frustrating things in this game more fun, like finding a group and stuff like that. So I know that with all the new time, all the new content, there's going to be a lot of insanely frustrating shit. And I don't know. I don't know if that's worth it for me. I wish they had more events announced as well. I wish, like, when the game first came out, I said this before, but they had that really nice infographic that said, okay, this week there's going to be the Queen's Wrath. And we didn't know what the Queen's Wrath was when it was first announced. We're like, oh, this sounds cool. It ended up being fucking lackluster. But with the new changes that they're making on the, what's it called? Oh, wow. Okay, so that's how much damage they do when they explode. But now we know what the Iron Banner is, and hopefully it'll be balanced a little bit better, so it's actually, you know, favors people that are level 30 over level 2. But even then, we don't know when the next Iron Banner event is, so it's kind of like, maybe the next time I play Destiny, if there's another Iron Banner event, it may be that's the next time I play Destiny until the DLC comes out, of course. But right now, it's just like there's not a lot for me to do other than the daily story missions to get strange coins to buy from Xur on the weekends, so I can buy another exotic that's going to take me fucking weeks to level up. Whoa. So, yeah, I mean, I'm not knocking this game. No, I am knocking this game. But I've had an enormous amount of fun playing it in the time that I've spent with it. And I think it's a great game. I just wish that there was a couple things that they changed that Halo 2 had on the Xbox One back in 2004 that this game doesn't have. Namely, ranked Crucible matches. And then someone wrote a good comment about that as well. There's a lot of... I'll just go through them one by one. So, Junk T wrote, the only benefit to additional strikes I can think of would be to add more variety to the Nightfalls and the weeklies. Overall, though, the latest patch has hit me with more disconnects than ever. Wow. Okay, followed the next day with a very lackluster DLC announcement that I've pretty much given up on this one for now. Trading it towards Call of Duty, and figure I'll revisit this maybe a year down the road when there's some Game of the Year edition that comes out with 3 or 4 DLC packs included. That's a very smart way of looking at it, actually. And I don't... so if you guys listen to the Giant Bombcast, they actually were talking about this game and how this is like a front runner and probably will be the winner for the most disappointing game of the year. And I personally, I don't think this is there. I don't know what will be my most disappointing game of the year, and I understand their frustrations with it, but like I was saying, like even though I'm really ragging on this game right now, I really enjoyed the time I spent with it, and there are some disappointing aspects of it, but I don't think it's the most disappointing game of the year. I've got to be able to think of something else that was more disappointing than Destiny, but I can't off the top of my head. But yeah, there will be a game of the year version of this, and other than Destiny fan sites, I don't know who the fuck would actually give this game a game of the year, but oh well. Let's do this. He also went on to write, also been getting nowhere with the raid like you mentioned about here. 2 warlocks, multiple raids, no raid gear or useful weapons, shards, energy, and ships for your loading screen. Even got friends to pull me in on the boss and knock him over the edge, still got shards and ships for hard mode. Can only imagine how pissed I'd be if I spent hours trying to beat it for that reward. Yeah, the loot... I mean, I understand, like, I love loot grinds, even though, and like, maybe I wouldn't be saying that if I had your misfortune, Junkty, with this game, but I've had very good luck with this game. And, you know, games like Diablo have taught me to love the loot grind and just love grinds in general. And, like, I do like that in this game, and I enjoyed it for a long time. But now that there's more games coming out that I know are going to have the exact features that I want to see in this, then I'm not as excited to keep grinding with this, because I feel like I've hit that point where it's like the amount of... The only thing really left to grind for me at this point, well, honestly, is more daily Destiny videos, which if I'm just doing them to grind is going to be boring as shit for you guys to watch. So that's one reason that I'm going to limit the daily Destiny videos. And I think going back to like maybe once or twice a week for daily Destiny videos is going to be a little bit more... It's going to make the videos more interesting to talk about. There'll be more Destiny stuff to talk about. Let's see. Overcome X wrote a very lengthy comment, another A+ comment. Junk T and Overcome X both had fucking A+ comments yesterday. Overcome wrote, as someone who appreciates and enjoys this game very thoroughly, I'm just getting a little less interested in watching these. I'm getting less interested in making them. I want to hear good stories and commentaries with good gameplay, which I still enjoy, but every video seems to be getting worse with complaints and hate. Well, that's just me in general. I was probably complaining about this game on the first day that I made Destiny videos, and I'll be complaining about them on the last day about daily videos. That's just my go-to thing. Maybe I should be talking more about the things that I enjoy about this game, and not the things that I dislike about it so much, but that's a life thing. He goes on to say, Bungie offered me a AAA experience, and I've invested 165 plus hours between 2 characters for $60, so I can't complain even if I wanted to. Am I complaining? I think I've said enough that I've really enjoyed the time with this game that I spent, but there are issues, and there's a few small things that I want to see to make this a lot better. And I guess, no, I've been complaining. I've been fucking whining my ass. I've been whining like a little entitled gamer, which maybe I should work on not doing so much. Don't get me wrong, man. I love your content. Your channel is one of my go-to favorites, but let's get back into that casual approach, not dwell so much on what needs to be changed, and take it for what it is now. We all got our money's worth out of Destiny. I agree completely, unless you just plain hate it. I want more shooters like this. I completely agree. And maybe I just need to quit being a little whiny little bitch. On a side note, I want to talk about exotic item purchasing that I've been dwelling on myself. I think exotic items should never be for sale, and if they are, one should make you feel special and proud of what you found, instead of having something that everyone... not really much for me to respond to that. I disagree. I wish there was more exotics for sale. I wish that there was an exotic item vendor, not just Xur, but an exotic gun vendor. And the prices were even steeper. Like, Xur is this like traveling Willy Loman salesman who comes in like desperate for your attention every week, and he's just got like a random grab bag of bullshit. And I wish that there was, let's say the Nordstroms of exotic item sales, where he, this one vendor has just these crazy items that are really overpriced, shopping mall prices with like the highest quality stuff. I could have bought patience and time from this other vendor for 3 times the price, but if I wait for maybe Xur to show up with it, then, well, I get it at a third of a price because, Xur is selling these items that fell off the back of his boss's truck, and he didn't, or his boss miscounted the inventory, and he's got these extra steaks for sale or speakers for sale. That's what Xur kind of is for me. He's just this fucking weirdo that shows up in a gas station parking lot, selling shit that is probably stolen, and I wish there was more exotics for sale at a higher price. So yeah, I completely disagree with your thoughts on that, because I want to buy, like, if I had a price tag on every exotic in the game right now, that would be a grind that I would go for. That would be fun. Like, if there's an maybe not an achievement, but like some way, a feasible way, even if it was out of reach, like, if they cost strange coins or motes of light or something very expensive to get all those other exotics, right? Like, I would go for that. I would maybe not necessarily enjoy that grind, but I gotta collect them all. I want every exotic in the game, and that would be a fun. That would be a tangible grind that I would enjoy doing more than what I'm doing right now, which is just the daily story missions and daily bounties for experience for the guns. He also, in a response to someone else's comment, he continued to write, I want to hear good stories and commentary with good gameplay. Or no, Junkty was responding to that comment. You do realize talking about or complaining, as you put it, is commentary. The gameplay has always been the same level. Yeah, you're right. It's a daily Destiny video, and he's discussing the biggest piece of Destiny news in circulation at the moment and giving my thoughts on it. So yeah, maybe every time there's a new Bungie.net news post or something like that, I'll go back to another Destiny video just to kind of share my thoughts on what the update is, or the new patch that buffs auto rifles or hand cannons or whatever. And you're right. I've got an insane amount of mileage out of this game, and I think it's just because it's so good. It's so close to being an amazingly good game that I just want to see like a couple things. Like Crucible ranking, man. Crucible ranking would make all the difference for me. I've said that a dozen times, and I'll say it a dozen more. Having matchmaking playlists in the Crucible, which Freight Train in the next comment gets into. That's the comment I was looking for. Freight Train wrote, I think they're trying to keep from fracturing the PvP community with game modes. A fractured PvP community happens when there's not a lot of people playing the game. And I think every post that Bungie puts out talking about the insane amount of people playing the game, it says that that's not a possibility. COD and Halo both have issues with this. I shouldn't say COD. I hate when people say COD. Call of Duty and Halo both have issues with this, especially after DLC starts to come out. I think they can do a lot of work with PvE events. Take the mission that you have to do at the end of the Thorn Exotic Bounty. It's the Phogos Strike, but insanely hard and with one new enemy. It's a blast to do since it's so challenging. It would also be extremely easy to program and implement. I know it's frustrating, but hang in there. WoW, World of Warcraft, if I don't like it when people say COD, I shouldn't say WoW. World of Warcraft sucked ass, in my opinion, for the first year or so. But it's 10 plus years later and easily 5 times better than it was at launch. I think they're holding a ton back now, but they should not hold too much back. Maybe just change the Queen Strike up like they did Thorn Strike, add Capture the Flag game mode, and make salvage permanent, especially since there's bounties available for it. Yeah, they're still doing that. They're still screwing up with that on a daily basis, like on a couple times a week basis. There's still salvage bounties for a game type that doesn't exist. Like, how is that still happening? That's kept me grinding for a while at least. My biggest complaint is that I can't do Nightfall Strikes or Vault of Glass without having friends online. With a random patch to the Vault of Glass, it seems silly to have it without matchmaking enabled. And they take the matchmaking away for Nightfall Strikes, but leave it on low-level ones. One last complaint is when disassembling rare gear, you only get weapon parts. They should put some building material, Spirit Bloom, etc. Yeah, they should. It would be like, I have an enormous amount of weapon parts and all these other... Yeah, so some of the crafting stuff that they're adding in the next, in upcoming patch, not crafting, I don't think that's the right way to put it. They're adding a couple changes to how weapon attribute rerolls work in an upcoming patch for Iron Banner weapons. And it would be really cool if they had more of that kind of stuff. Because, like, I mean, if there was a way to re-roll weapon attributes, or, like, let's say I find some exotic, like, bad juju that's just terrible, to kind of, I don't know, trade that in for any other exotic, or, I don't know, I mean, just have any sort of more advanced crafting system, I think would be great. Because it's very basic right now, like, you know, or have some sort of alternative to having to do helium runs on the moon. Trade in Vanguard marks or Crucible marks for helium, or I don't know, just anything, anything, so I don't have to do relic iron loops, or spin metal loops, or things like that. Like, any way to trade that stuff in, or trade weapon parts, or what are the other ones called? You got weapon parts. I've got 700 weapon parts, or 700 sapphire wire, and 300 weapon parts. Like, are those the maxes? I wonder if I've hit the max there. I bet I have. I bet that's why they're at 699 and 299. That's too much of a coincidence. Let's... I can't disassemble those. Okay, so I had 299 weapon parts. When I dismantle this, one more weapon part. Oh, I went up to 300. Okay, never mind. Oh, I've got a boss coming in right now. Yeah, it's... Yeah. Yeah, I've really liked this game a lot. And maybe I'm ragging on it too hard, but it feels like it's a very bare bones game in a lot of ways, which I think is why it's so frustrating. It's just not... because of what Bungie has done in the past with different Halo games, especially Halo 2 on the first Xbox, it's just strange how few... what features they've left out of this game. I think that's my biggest problem with this. Ooh, I'm out of... Oh my god, am I gonna die? I'm out of primary ammo. I did not expect that. I mean, I'm not doing the Nightfall Strike. Why aren't these guys dropping primary ammo? Wow, this is a great little sniping spot. Keep hitting them in the gut. Get up in them guts. Alright, let's find some ammo. Here we go.
The heart is dying. Keep fighting them.
Yeah, but I have enjoyed a lot of my time with this game. Almost all my time with this game. Farming is tedious. Loot Cave was tedious. And I quit doing those pretty quickly. I just got to the point where I just don't care. I don't care enough to farm enough relic iron to fully level up my guns. Oh boy. Alright. Oh no. Oh god. And I love PvP. Like I've said that a million times, that's my favorite part of any game. And it's just frustrating that they didn't do more with it. Especially client. That's my biggest complaint. I'll stop whining. I will stop whining. What's good about Destiny? What are the great things about Destiny? And my favorite thing about Destiny, I think, is the hardest thing to define, which is just the feel of the game. And I talked about this when I started playing Borderlands, when you go to any other shooter, you instantly realize how perfectly tuned Destiny is as a shooter, because the controls are the snappiest, the jumping feels great, the melee feels perfect, the double jump or the triple jump feels great. I really like the variety in actually customizing this right here. I mean, I found a build that I like, and at this point there's only a couple different things that I want to change, you know, whether it's Crucible or PvE, but for the most part, like, that's a really enjoyable thing in the game, and the different subclasses are great. And the grenade throwing feels great, the melees feel great. Like, it's just, there's so many things about this game that it's really hard to, like, if you were going to review this game and put a score specifically on controls, this game would be the best controlling game of the year. And I've started playing a little bit of the new Call of Duty, and Destiny, I mean, it just doesn't, like, Call of Duty is the #2 game for just first-person shooter controls. Every single year, right? Bungie has the best handling, best controlling, snappiest, best feel. It's like, how do you define the feel of the game, of a game? It's very hard to define that, and that's the best aspect of the game. And I think, quite frankly, like, if, let's say, this game had the feel, the controls of a Borderlands game, of Borderlands pre-sequel or Borderlands 2 or something like that, then I need to exit the orbit right now. Then I wouldn't have played this for the insane amount of hours that I have played it. I'm going to look up and see how many hours I have played this. Let's see, sign in. So as I'm loading into the next match, I'm going to do a little bit of research. Oh, I got to update. Just let me sign in. Bungie, come on. Yes, I agree. Okay. Legend. And like all these Grimoire cards. All right, so I have spent, oh my God, that is so much time. 4 days, 19 hours on just my hunter. I gotta bust out the calculator for this because I'm gonna lose track. Let's see, 4 days, so 4 times 24 plus 19. It's 115 hours. And how many hours did I spend on my Warlock? 1 day, 7 hours. So plus 24 plus 7. So 146 hours. That is an insane amount of time. Mother of God. Oh my God. I've enjoyed it. I really have. And I've just hit that point where it's like, there's more things. There's more fish in the pond at this point. Yeah. Ooh, skirmish. I do not want that sniper rifle. I want a shotgun. Oh, and I lost my ammo. Nuts. And okay, I like, and things like the fact that the lemming strategy still exists in this, right? Oh, I got the wrong grenade equipped. Shit. Like the lemming strategy where you can just jump off the map and kill yourself and have your teammates revive you for points in skirmish. Like that's kind of shitty. That's really shitty. Like that they haven't patched that. And you know, and the things. Quit talking about things that you don't like about the game, John. What did you like about the game? I think most of the multiplayer maps are designed very well. Oh, I stuck him in the face. That was an awesome grenade. Most of the multiplayer maps are designed incredibly well. I think that... Oh, what killed me there? Oh, the second guy got me. Oh, yeah, good job teabagging me. 2-on-1, guy. The big maps, the large outdoor maps are pretty poor. Wow. How did he kill me? With an auto rifle. He still outranged me with an auto rifle. That is ridiculous. Come on. Special ammo. There we go. Yeah, like this is a great map. I don't think that this game necessarily has anything as iconic as Blood Gulch or Lockout or Hang 'em High. Yeah, I'm trying to think like what my favorite map would be. Like what one map I would want to see when Destiny 2 comes out. Like remade for Destiny 2. Yeah, none of them really stick out to me as like, oh my god, that's just the most fun map in the world. Maybe I should equip a sniper rifle for this. Ooh, I'll use Patience and Time. Even though I have none of the upgrades unlocked for it. But this is actually a good sniping map, surprisingly. I think that, like, you know, the variety in guns is great. You know, once you get to level 20 and you start picking up lots of exotics, the differences in all the guns is really interesting. I think, you know, when you're just playing with rares and legendaries, the differences in guns aren't that much fun. Fuck you. But once you start getting into exotics, I think it's really fun. And when you start getting into raid guns and stuff like that, it really does make a big difference. Hey, there we go. Come on, Interstellar. You gonna revive me? Nope. Nuts. Yeah, this is a really far zooming sniper rifle. Look, isn't this guy sitting back there sniping? What the hell are you doing, man? Take a shot. Did he get sniped? He got out-sniped. Great. Did I not hit him? Oh, weird. What else have been on my favorites? I like the bounty system. I really do. I think it's a good start. I would love to see more, like, not necessarily exotic bounties, but more multi-stage, complicated bounties that that require more steps, and you know, like something that I could pick up on a daily basis as a multi-stage bounty. Oh Jesus, that was a little overkill. I got that kill. I thought my teammate fired the rocket first. Wow. Who fired first? That didn't kill him? Suck it. Where's number 3? Where's number 3? What's in the box? Oh, dang it. They're not playing. Oh, yeah, he is. Just not very well. Where did he go? All right, teammate got him. I didn't get an assist on that. Like, I love, you know, I love how, even though I've found like a loadout that I'm very comfortable with for PvP, that there's still a huge variety of stuff in the game. Like, every match you go into, oh, dang it, like, every build is different, right? Like, whoa, I got a grenade killer? That was pretty cool. Oh, god damn it. Fall off the map! Oh, no. That was a clutch melee there to send him leaping forward. He was about to fall off the map. Yeah, like, you know, it's not the same kind of, like, there's a huge variety, like, in builds. You know, most people prefer the Blade Dancer for the gunslinger, or for the hunter, right? Like, I prefer the gunslinger. And that's just kind of a personal preference thing. Oh, shit. Get him! Yes. Oh, that was clutch. And, you know, everybody has different guns and, you know, different play styles, and it's just always, it's never the same thing twice, which is why I wish that there was a ranking system for the Crucible, because it is such a, you know, it's not League of Legends variety where every match is completely different, because every play style and every, you know, every build is completely unique, but it's certainly like, it's certainly a lot more variety than you would expect for a game that only has so many maps and so many loadouts and stuff like that. Oh, I definitely fired first there. Popped in his face. I'm gonna go around this way. Facial. My teammate was teabagging that douchebag who was, look at this, we are absolutely killing them. I didn't even realize how insanely lopsided of a score that was. That was awesome. All right, well, anyway, thanks for watching the 41st Daily Destiny video. It's been an awesome run. I'm not done with Destiny, but I am done with the daily Destiny videos, and tomorrow will be Evolve. And if you guys have any ideas for a good name, it's got to have daily in it, because I want to let people know, like, and not just like Let's Play Daily or Gameplay Daily or something like that, but something, I don't know. I got to put some mental effort into that myself. Normally things just kind of pop into my mind if I think about it long enough. Like, I'll think about it really hard for a while, and then I'll just kind of, and then I'll forget about it and move on to something else, and then I'll just kind of pop. I don't know. I got to think of something. Anyway, thanks for watching, everybody, and game on.